A tree that is 5.1 meters tall casts a shadow that is 7.5 meters long. Calculate the angle of elevation of the sun to the nearest tenth of a degree. Now, if you're not sure what angle of elevation means, it's explained earlier in the page. And in this case, I'll just draw for you what they're thinking of. When they talk about angle of elevation, they mean the angle going up. So they want to know this angle here. So it's important that you label your picture properly and you're dealing with the right angle. So the tree itself is 5.1 meters tall, and you can imagine that I drew that line right to the very top. And the shadow that it casts is 7.5 meters long. And I'm looking for that angle X there. So have a look at the side lengths you have, and in relation to this angle X, I have the opposite side length as well as the adjacent. So according to SOHCAHTOA, it's the tan ratio that uses opposite and adjacent. So the tan of X, whatever that angle is going to be equal to the length of the opposite side, 5.1, divided by the length of the adjacent side, 7.5. Now, this is the case where we need to use that second function button in our calculator because I don't know the angle. I only know the ratio. And there's no need to change it from 5.1 over 7.5. We can just leave it like that. However, some people may be tempted to cross-multiply the 7.5. Now, don't feel bad if you did that. That's what we were doing in the previous questions. The reason I'm not going to do that, though, is because the unknown is already on the left-hand side of my equal sign. It's tied to the tan. This whole thing represents my unknown. So separating the 5.1 and the 7.5 wouldn't help me because those are two known things. I'm not trying to isolate the 5.1 at all. So I'm actually going to leave it like this. Grab your calculator. I don't know the angle, so I have to go second function tan, and let's enter the numbers we do know. 5.1 divided by 7.5. So I knew everything in the right-hand side of my equation, so it wouldn't have made sense to split up the 5.1 and the 7.5. When I enter that, what I get in return is the angle of elevation from the ground up to the sun. And they want to the nearest tenth of a degree, so 34.2 degrees. So angle X is equal to 34.2 degrees. And since the question was asked in a sentence, I'm going to answer in a sentence. The angle of elevation to the sun is 34.2 degrees.